All right, welcome back to the plumbing diagrams class. We're going to pick up with isometric drawings, converting the bird's eye view over to isometric. So what you've done so far in the last two isometric drawings you were doing is we looked at those single fixtures. We went from a water closet. We looked at the clothes washer and a shower or bathtub shower. You can completed those in one assignment, and then the last assignment that you did, you've picked up and added the kitchen sink to that, and you also added a lavatory to that, and you did three angles for each one. Now, for each drawing, there is a possibility of four angles that you could draw on those isometrics. So today, what we're going to be picking up with is we're going to start to combine individual fixtures. I'm going to simplify it a little bit in the way that we are going to design this. So today we're going to do a bathroom group. So bathroom group is being defined basically as the combination of plumbing fixtures here. Go into a bathroom. So we're going to say that this is our bathroom that we're designing the plumbing for right now, okay? One lavatory, one water closet, and a tub shower. Now, in the bird's eye drawing of this, and the way we're going to vent it, we've talked over, and what you've learned in the plumbing class is all the different residential venting methods. We've talked about that you can individually vent every fixture. That would mean that for every trap, we've got a trap in the lavatory, we'd put a vent for the lavatory. And then we have a trap, the S trap, which is built into the toilet. And we would put a separate vent for the toilet. And then we could also have the trap that sits underneath this tub here and put a vent back in the wall for that. So we could have three vents in that wall, one vent for every fixture, and that would be called individually venting. Now, if you take and you're going to, what you could do if you combine and get two trap fixtures, and we could do that and call it common venting, okay? But then we could also take and tie more into that, and then we can tie into the same one, and we're going to call that vertical wet venting. Now, when we vertical wet vent, the thing to remember is the toilet goes on the bottom, and most of you probably remember that from the plumbing class. So this is how the bird's eye view drawing of the drainage and vent system would look. Let's design that to where we have we're going to do one vent, and let that be the vent right there. One vent serving this whole bathroom. So if we put that stack right back in the wall behind the toilet, we came straight out and caught the toilet. Now that vent, the toilet tying into that vertical pipe, that's going to be the lowest by the rules. That's the only way that you really know that it did tie in lower than the rest, because on a bird's eye view drawing, it doesn't show it. We can't see that. Okay. We're going to let that angle come over here. And really, even though that's the drain location, the drain goes back to the overflow, and the trap is going to sit back right behind that area. Okay. So I don't know if you can make that out good enough, but that's the trap right behind there. And then we're going to 90 over through the wall, and we're going to put a T in there and come over through the wall. We're going to 90 degree out of the wall and put a trap under that. Now, on the bird's eye view drawing, it doesn't show any height difference between any of those, and that's what makes that a little bit more challenging, is doing that. But we're going to convert that over to isometric to where you're able to see some greater detail. Now, what we remember is the rules were toilet's got to be on the bottom. And then if we just think things through a little bit, we say, well, what's going to be the next drain above that? You say, well, if the tub sits right down there on the floor and the drain's going out the bottom, right down through the floor, it makes sense that the P-trap and all that connection is going to be under the floor. Well, if that's got to be under the floor, the toilet drain's under the floor, which is going to be below that. Uh, the lavatory drain, that if you opened up the cabinets, you should be able to look in and see the drain coming out of the wall in a trap right up under the sink. So you know that that's actually up in the wall. So the lavatory is going to be the highest thing tied in. Then the next thing down from that is going to be just under the floor level. We could tie in the tub, and then the lowest thing on the stack is going to be the water closet tie-in. Okay, so let's take that and see how it looks when we go isometrically. Now, as we draw this, let's just start with the stack, this vertical pipe. Okay, we're going to put a vertical line in there representing the stack that's coming in here. If I'm going to do a continuation off of that and make it the vent going up, what do I do different about the line? That's right, I make it a dash line. That dash line represents vent, okay? Now, the lowest thing that I'm going to tie in down on the stack, now at the bottom of the stack, that's going to continue out somewhere, okay? That's going to make a turn. I'll tell you what, let me do this. Let's make this turn. I'll put vent over here on the side. But I'm going to turn this to where on the bottom, that's the way the drainage runs out. The drain is going to run out in that direction. But we are doing a vertical wet vent. That's what your code book is going to call it. Your code book is going to call it vertical wet venting. If you remember us talking about it in class, we said that some of your older time plumbers, they're going to call that stack venting. Okay, stack venting is what they'll call it. I don't know if that green, how well it's showing up. So we're coming off here. Okay, so let's see. So the first thing let's do is let's actually take the lowest thing would be the drain running out. Okay. So we're going to take that drain running out and we can pick a direction we want that to go. So maybe I want it to follow the 30-degree angle and go up in this direction. Okay. If you looked at it, the little grid pattern that you had on your paper, you should have aligned your paper where there's vertical lines. And then you should also see that little cross pattern going through, which we labeled before. We said 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I took this drain out at the very base of the stack where the drain's going out, and I took it up towards angle 3. Okay, you can see that running up towards out the direction of angle 3. Now, if that is going out in the direction of angle 3, we're going to say the next thing that we're going to plumb in is what is the lowest thing on this stack? What is it that's going to be right down here? We said that the lowest thing plumbed in was going to be the water closet. The water closet. Now, we've already chosen our angle by when I drew my first horizontal line. So let's look and compare. We said if this line is the horizontal line and that is coming out on angle 3, look across from that. Doesn't it see how it looks like it goes straight on through? The toilet is coming straight out the other side of the stack and keeping that in a straight line. So if we chose angle 3 and we said the stack was the circle up in the middle, which is this vertical, then coming straight out from that would be angle 1. Okay, we're going to continue that down in angle 1. Now, or following that line. Now, I'm not going to come right out the bottom, but we're going to actually, since to make it a true stack vented, vertical wet vented bathroom group, we're going to tie them all to the vertical. So I'm going to put a sanitary tee just above this fitting, and I'm going to follow it straight out away from, see, it was right in line with that. We hit a circle, so that means a vertical turn. And on the top of that, we're going to put a water closet flange. Okay? And you can see that. What we just drew is we just drew the sanitary T tying to the stack, which is right here, the horizontal line coming out, it's a little small horizontal line, then the circle, which is a vertical turn, so we made a vertical turn and put a water closet flange on the top. Okay. Oh, so now we got the toilet plumbed in. What's going to be the next thing that we plumb? It's going to be for the next lowest thing underneath the floor is the tub. So if you look at that, you've got to say, okay, that's going to connect and it's going to be just a little bit above the tub. So we're going to move up to here into this location and we're going to say, all right, that's where it's going to be. Now, which line do we follow? We just drew the main drain going out like this towards angle 3. Straight across from it, coming out this way, was the water closet. Okay, now look at this. See how this makes this cross pattern? But and see how that makes a cross? Just take that thing and, oops, I'm throwing markers. Okay, so it's going to also come out, if you're facing the toilet, it's to the right. So if you are facing the toilet, it's over here to the right, which is angle number 4. Okay, sanitary T, we tie in and follow your blue line up along the side. Okay, we took the horizontal line out and just put a trap on the end of it. A dip down, a U, and straight back up. That's the symbol for we got the trap, okay? Then the lavatory on the opposite side, but now you're going to raise it a little bit more. We want to go a little bit more. We don't want to just evenly space it up. These two are underneath the floor. But now we need to come up into the wall, get a little bit higher. And if we were facing the toilet, it's arming off to the left. So we're going to follow the angle coming off down here to the left. Okay? We just drew this arm right here. Now we need a 90-degree out of the wall and see how it comes right in line with the toilet line that we've already drew. We came this way for the toilet. So if it's going to be right in line with that, it's coming back out just like this. Right in line with the toilet. See how those both point in the same direction. The last thing is it's got the trap symbol. So a straight down, a U, and a straight back up for the trap. There you go. That was one angle. We picked, so if we followed it with the drain, we chose angle 3 on that one. Okay. What I'm going to do now is we're going to talk through and demonstrate as far as if we do angle number 1. So now this is going to be the angle that we choose. And what I'm going to have you do for your homework is you are going to draw angles 2 and 4. Angles 2 and 4 of this. What I want you to do, let's see. How did you do now? I would like for one of these to be in your wall set. You did a wall section like this. Okay, remember that wall section? Of course, yours looked a lot better than that. Studs in there and everything. So what you're going to do, angles 2 and 4. So I'm going to have you draw this to where angles 2, it would be, you're going to be utilizing this wall right here. So what I did is I just utilized this wall, but I took the drain going up in this direction. We hit the stack was going up in the wall. The vent went out. Let me redraw just a little bit. Okay, so the lowest thing was the toilet, and we came out. The next thing was the tub. The next thing up here was the sink. Okay, so I just drew the plumbing into this wall. I'm about to draw angle 1, which is going to go to where if it's like this plumbing, but the opposite. If we walked around, we're viewing it from the front right now, where you can see the toilet looking like this. Okay. This is how we're looking at it. Okay. But now we're going to take and we're going to walk around. So if this toilet was sitting here, but now we're going to walk around and view it from like we're looking at the back side of it. Okay. What I want you to do, find your wall section. So preferably, I would like to see this in your wall section if possible. If you can't come up with your wall section, then of course you aren't going to be able to draw it in your wall section. So just show me that, give me the plumbing drawn. But if you come up with your wall section, I think this is gonna look really neat when you put it in your wall section. Okay, and you're going to draw it in that other wall. So let's take and do angle number 1 this time. So we've got the vertical stack. That's going to continue up as the vent. This time we're going to take the bottom drain and shoot out here towards angle 1. What that has us do is our toilet's going to be angle 3. It's just the exact opposite of what we just drew. So that's going to come off. It's going to go out, turns vertical. Vertical right there with a closet flange on top of it. But now you got to remember, we're looking at it from the back now. So if we went over this way to go to the tub, that's not really what we're doing. We're not changing the plumbing. This is going to you could be like, well, yeah, but the tub's on the right. Well, if you were facing it from the front, the tub would be on the right. But now we are walking around to the back side. So you got to imagine we're over here looking at it from this direction. Now, what does it look like? If you were over here looking at it, it looks like the toilet's here in the middle, it looks like the tub would be on your left because you're looking at it from the back. So you're going to put your T up here. Now, in this view, it looks like the line crosses, but it actually doesn't. One is higher than the other, okay? This is coming this way, that's going that way. Trap on the ends, straight down, a dip and straight back up. Come up into the wall like you did before. And now, as looking from the back side, it looks like the lavatory is going off to your right. Straight across from this one. Okay, you just drew this horizontal line. Now, the exact opposite of what we did before we came out this way into the room, but we're on the back side, so it looks like it's going to go away from us. So if we were standing here, viewing the stack, it looks like it's going to go away from us, straight out just like our toilet did. A trap on it, so a straight down, a dip, and straight back up. And there you go. There you have it. You got we just drew the next angle for this vertically wet vented bathroom group. Okay. So for your homework, what I want you to do is I want you to go and you're going to draw angles. We got angles 2 and 4 left over. Take and draw this this bathroom group and put it in your wall section if you still have that wall section available. I'm going to be looking for you to turn in, for those who haven't already, I think I've got 2 of you so far. I'll be collecting everyone else's. You've got your lavatory and your kitchen sink drawings from 3 angles for each one of those that you're going to be turning in to me on Tuesday of next week. And then you'll be turning the angles 2 and 4 of this end to me on Tuesday of next week as well. Okay, so I'll be sending out a message letting you know that this is available for you to watch and your homework assignment's ready to go. So please reach out to me. Let me know if you've got any questions on this. Stick with it. We're going to, right as soon as I know that you've got this on Tuesday, I will be putting out another video showing you, and we're going to continue on with the isometric, but doing more on a horizontal versus just all here on the stack. So hopefully this was a a good little transition to adding some of the additional fixtures, tying them together, but making it a little bit easier since it's all tied to the same stack. So, all right. Okay, if you got any questions, please reach out to me and let me know, and I'll be looking forward to seeing how you do on these. All right, see you next time.